Alright, this is, of course, the Andrew Patino Show. I'm here producing an additional video. This is a video response to Greg Minorino. Uh, and this is in regards to the bond bubble bursting, or the possible cracks that have arisen in the bond bubble. And I'm here to tell you, I do sincerely believe that we are on the precipice of a major economic collapse. I think we are on the precipice of becoming Greece and Italy. Of course, when you look out in Europe right now, they've done all these sorts of things to prop up the euro. They're doing things like quantitative easing. They call it something else there in Europe, but I forget exactly what it is. But it is essentially quantitative easing, printing euros. They had just started this not too long ago. Of course, before that, they had all these different aid packages sent over to places like Greece, places like Italy, places like Spain, from the main the main economies that are doing well, mainly Germany. But now here in the United States, where most experts are saying that our economy is a lot worse off than any of the other countries in Europe, we're basically seeing the beginning stages of the bond bubble bursting or collapsing. We're seeing at least cracks in that area of finance. Now, I believe it's going to happen. I think a lot of people are coming out. Everybody I'm listening to, everybody from Jim Sinclair, Max Kaiser, uh, Jim Rogers, a lot of these experts, one way or another, are explaining about how they believe the bond market in particular is set to collapse, and some analysts are even predicting it's going to come soon. Now, when you have the Fed buying 85 billion a month worth of government bonds, then most of the money that the government is really spending is on its own debt. Now, keep in mind the Federal Reserve, which is the entity printing over 85 billion a month buying government bonds, they're a private entity, they're a private institution. But the fact is they have all these different politicians under their payroll. So, regardless of whether or not the Federal Reserve is private, they might as well be a governmental agency, because they're the ones, again, buying government bonds, keeping the government propped up. Meanwhile, the government is running around buying, billions of rounds of bullets. The DHS is, and other parts of the government is doing it as well. Not too long ago, Social Security, bought a few hundred million rounds of ammunition. Hollow point bullets, was it? And forgive me, I'm not much of an expert in finance. I'm not much of an expert in terms of the type of ammunition the government is buying. But I do believe that the government is preparing for a massive economic collapse. I believe that not only do our financial experts believe that the bond market's going to collapse soon, but I think the government believes the bond market's going to collapse soon, because eventually they're just not going to be able to buy any more bonds. So those bonds are going to dry up real quick. From what it sounds like, they're running out of steam in terms of manipulating gold and silver. So basically, what's happening now is we had this huge downturn in gold and silver, and I mean a massive smackdown, where you had gold trading well above 1600. Now it's trading right now above 1592. Silver $28. Silver didn't get smacked down quite as much as gold. Lately, gold and silver have crept up a little bit. I believe right now we're looking at the beginning stages of a bull run in gold and silver. If not, we're there already. So I'm not advocating for against buying gold and silver. I'm just saying what I'm seeing here. And this is, of course, on the heels of all these other nations buying up, billions of dollars worth of gold and silver assets, as they know, as we know, that they know that they're going to turn their currencies, and they're going to back their currencies up with gold and silver. So, I mean, hold on tight. This is gonna be a roller coaster. This is gonna be one hell of a ride because you know that when the bond bubble bursts, all those welfare recipients, the Obama phones, those Obama phones are gonna go by the wayside. The unemployment, oh boy, that unemployment, it's gonna dry up real quick when the bond market bursts. And another thing too is that I personally, in my day job, I work for a temp agency, right? And the last couple of weeks, and hasn't had anything to do with some sort of economic collapse or anything. It's just the way the business is operating right now. Is we're in a downturn right now. It's not the busy season yet, but basically what's going on the last few weeks is they've laid off a whole bunch of us temps. I'm still employed, thankfully, but a lot of us other temps have been laid off, effective as of Friday, the last couple of Fridays. A lot of these temps are going to go on unemployment. They're going to go on food stamps or already are on food stamps. So basically, what we're seeing here right now is if the government bonds were to burst and we are to wake up in the morning with a headline on news agencies such as TreasuryReport.com with a big headline, bombs or bonds bombs, we could see unemployment run out. We could see food stamps run out. So what is going to happen when everybody runs out of money? What's going to happen when people can't buy food? What's going to happen when people can't get their housing vouchers, their unemployment checks? This is going to be one hell of a ride. Now, of course, I'm not prepared. I'm certainly not prepared. I'm not going to lie. I've never really latched onto the preparedness movement like maybe I should have. So I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's going to make for some interesting news headlines. Of course, we're also going to see crime increasing as a byproduct, and we're also going to see massive social unrest happen as well. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, listening, and I will see you possibly tomorrow or next weekend. Thank you. Bye.